gentlemen, welcome to the Ice Cold Show. It's your boy Rattles back again. Hey, listen, this one, I'll keep it brief. I like Storms. I know you got me in the last one. I said it was brief and it was 11 minutes, but this one I'm keeping it brief. This is just your review of the rise of Skywalker. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. I didn't really like this one still. Can't lie to you, I didn't really like this one. Oh, let me set up for you. I didn't really like this one. It's not good. You're not getting spoilers / no spoilers review of it. It's just going to be all off the script. Yeah, so I was like very excited for this trilogy. I thought the trilogy was going to be really good, but it turns out that it's really trash, and this was one of the worst endings in any trilogy. Like, it was legit the worst, and it messed up a lot of things from previous films. So the film started off, we have Princess Leia training, what's her name? I even forgot. Rey. In the beginning scenes, and then you have the parallel, you see my guy Kylo Ren, he's just messing some shit up, he's just doing his force powers and stuff as per usual. And yeah, like, they just show how Princess Leia and Luke, that they had their little training montage, and how, you know, there is somebody else, like, you know, there is another kind of theory comes into play. Fair enough, you know, that's how things go, that's what they want to do, fair enough, what can we do? But yeah, this film was just not great. It was really, really bad. Palpatine's back. I don't know how, but Palpatine's back. You know, they had a rough little arse pull with Palpatine, saying that he survived from the last trilogy. What was the? How can I forget what it's called? Something with Jedi in it. How can I forget the last one? That's like my favorite one as well. I even got it on VHS somewhere. But yeah, so yeah, they tried to say that Palpatine survived from the last set of trilogies, which, like, it wasn't possible. Like, and that's just silly, because they've retconned everything they've built and just make you feel like villains and everyone can just come back whenever they see fit. That's not great. So yeah, they start off with Rey. She's just with the crew, the gang, you know, John Boyega, Finn, and the other guy, the Han Solo little regen that they got. I don't know why they have some form of conflict as well. They have conflict. I don't understand why. Like, they have conflict amongst each other. Like, that was a weird thing. I don't know whose decision that was, you know. But yeah, they seem to be going around looking for these items, you know, because we did that in the first film. Well, you know, we got to do it again. We got to look for more items. Rey's just OP as well. Like, she's proper just OP. Like, there's not really much explanation to why she's so OP either. Do you know what I mean? She just mad OP, proper Mary Sue-ish. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, they do the new iconic scene that everyone seems to be, you know, memeing, is that, oh, they fly now. Like, yeah, they've been flying. Like, jetpacks are not new in the Star Wars universe. You know what I mean? We've had it since the Clone Wars, so that wasn't anything new. So, you know, more retcons, because that's what this film does. Just retcons a lot of things. Yeah, so they're just having this little space battle, little sand battle thing on these little droids, and one of them the stormtroopers jumps up and they go, they fly now? Yup, they fly now. Like, it wasn't funny, like, it didn't land, it was stupid. Yeah, like, there's just a lot of bullshit in this film. A lot of bullshit in this film. There's somehow Palpatine's got this new Sith form of group, this new super group called, like, the Last Order, the Final Order. Like, how much orders are there going to be? Like, there's so many orders in this franchise. Like, it's annoying. They just have no creativity with the last film. There's no creativity whatsoever in the last film at all. What other bullshit happened in this film? Because I'm really angry. Like, I'm really angry. This film really wasn't good. What else happens? They just always go to one place and then go to another place and go to another place. Like, it's just like somebody made this up. And I know that the director, J.J. Abrams, he tried to fix what the second film messed up. I'll probably do another review of the second film as well, but he couldn't fix it, man. It's just too late. It's just too late. They search for this little, what's the best way to call it? Sith sat-nav. Yeah, so they basically just search for that and these keys. Like, it's a silly film. Like, just these expeditions, they're not for anything. I mean, these expeditions are really not for anything. It's just beyond stupid. And they teased us with the whole Rey being like going onto a dark side. Nope, that was just a little flashback. I knew it was going to be. Disney could never do something brave like that. It was just stupid, beyond stupid. And yeah, her and Kylo just have their little fights and their little feuds. Wasn't good, and their Force link. I don't like their Force link either, and how they can grab stuff from each other. I hate it. Long story short, towards the end, they have their little climax where they find their little sat-nav, Sith sat-nav, and then they have to fly through this different area. Oh, it's just bullshit. And then somehow the rest of the galaxy comes for them as well, and it's just so silly. And then they have a fight, so Rey and Kylo have a fight. Kylo redeems himself, turns to the light. Very, very silly, because it's not like he had that foreshadowing to even come to the light side. I think so anyway. Him and Rey do this little kissy, force heal me, I'm gonna die, kiss me, resurrect me by force healing as well. That's another thing, like these powers are just random. Like these powers are just so random, no explanation, they just have it. That's another thing that makes the series, the show, film, just very awkward, because there's no explanations to anything. People just get things. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want another trilogy for now. I really don't. Palpatine, he's meant to be so strong. He sends his force electricity up to the sky and like messes up all the ships, and they're just doing nothing. Like none of them are falling to the sky or destroying. They're just paralyzed for that moment. Like very stupid. And he's just like, oh, every voice you've heard to Kylo has been me. But then he's surprised that them two are force linked. He's like, oh, the power you guys have. And it's like, if you were Snoke, you should have been the one that made their force link, if I'm mistaken. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just really doesn't make sense at all. So yeah, then they do this, Palpatine does this shit, strike me down, my granddaughter. How can I forget that? So Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter, and then he's like, oh, your parents were nothing. And she's like, no, my parents were strong. Mary Sue-ish. And then Palpatine's like, strike me down. And then he wants her to kill him, and then they do their struggle. So he does his beams, she does her little cross with the two sabers. I'm not even gonna get into the saber stuff. Like, this is not gonna be an in-depth Star Wars analysis today, because I'm done. Like, I'm done with this film. So yeah, they do their struggle, and he's like, I'm all the Sith, and then she's like, oh, I'm all the Jedi. And then you hear all the voices from all the previous Jedis, which is kind of cool, it's kind of great. It would have been good to see them though, even though we didn't get to see them, but hey ho. Yeah, she wins, she triumphs. Kylo dies, he sees Han Solo, like, Dad, oh, I love you, all that shit before, seen before. But yeah, this film really wasn't good. It was really bad. Really bad. The cinematography was good though, the scenery was good, but the actual film, the content, the writing, the retcons, the McLuffins that they use to just go everywhere, oh, it's just awful. But yeah, then can't forget, what gets me even mad at the end is that, yeah, after everything's happened, Luke's turned up, blah blah blah, as a Force ghost. This is really jumbled because I don't know fuck. So yeah, everything's finished, everything's calm. Leia dies, by the way. She has her own lightsaber, and then she goes to where Luke was being raised and stuff, you know, the little sand bit, the little dome. And then she buries Leia's and his lightsabers, I think it's Leia's as well. And then there's this little old lady, and she's like, oh, who's your name? And then she's like, oh, it's Rey. And I'm like, oh, please, I beg. Ray Skywalker. I'm like, oh, cringe. So I got up at that time. I think I just walked. I was like, wow. Wow, so you're Palpatine, who's arguably just as strong as a Skywalker, and you're just proclaiming you are a Skywalker now. Like, wow, it's great. But yeah, I'm gonna give this film about a 1 out of 5, definitely, because I don't think it deserves any higher than that. The cinematography is good, but the retcons and how people don't have much to do, and just it treads on old footsteps that we've done and seen before. Like, this is meant to be the last of the trilogy, and it was more or less the worst one. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one a 1. But it's been your boy Rattles from the Ice Cold Show, and I'm gonna catch up with you very, very soon.